Hello everyone and welcome back to another live tutorial session using the Paintology drawing app. As you can see here on the drawing canvas on my phone, I've just completed, well not completed, but I made this drawing earlier in the live session on Paintology, and we were drawing this nice cottage, and I was showing you block coloring, the method of drawing that allows you to visualize tones like you've never seen before. And tones and values are essentially the fundamental requirement for really good drawing. And we know that any drawing lesson you go to, tones and values are discussed. So this is what block coloring is. It's unique to the Paintology app and allows you to make for a rapid drawing. And the whole idea is essentially to rapidly improve your skills in drawing. So this was made in the space of an hour or less, you can see, but I haven't finished it yet. I got to the point where I was doing the clouds and the bushes on the left side, and then finished the flower beds at the front to touch up the cottage more, and then we'll call it a day. I think probably another 30 minutes plus will allow me to finish this drawing. Okay, so as you know, I post my drawings once it's done on this page, and this page you could easily get to. You see on the homepage of paintology.com, go to the pink button, daily step-by-step video tutorials, and then you'll come to this page, and then you can see here that 2nd of October I have the subject cottage, and then 2 live YouTube sessions you can see here. And I want to point out also that I have posted a number of drawings that I've done up to the date 24th September, and this is if you click on the completed drawings, you'll see that this was a drawing I did. It was a complete drawing, sorry. Just cancelling this was the completed drawing. Sorry, that wasn't it. I've lost it. Oh, here it is. So this was the completed drawing that I did, and you can go through the whole. If you click on, you can go and see other completed drawings here. You can see this was done in landscape. So this was actually in the live sessions. So majority of them have been actually done in the same sitting in 1.5 hours. And then if I need to go over because I'm talking at the same time, then I usually let the students know, and then I carry on my own and finish the drawing. So I'm hoping that you've taken advantage of these live tutorials that I'm putting up here and started learning a few of the art techniques. Yeah, it's all about techniques. So you may have never come across digital drawing drawn in this way, but this is to show you that the power of the digital medium. And the reason I can give you this method of drawing is because I've developed it. I've developed it from the app, the Paintology app, all the way to the art technique. So this is entirely my own enterprise that I operate, the digital app Paintology, and also the art and content that you see. So you can see how busy I can be. So I hope you will support me in this course to bring you digital techniques like never seen before. And I'd like to point out this Google Classroom, which is also a link. You can see it's called Google Classroom Forms. You go there, click on it, and then you'll be able to come join in this classroom, which really structured takes you through learning art techniques. So remember, the app is not like any other app. You're not here just to have some tools to cater to everything under the sun, right? You're here to learn techniques, art techniques, the very techniques that you see all of the artists that you so admire on YouTube go on to take a blank canvas and then create a marvelous piece of art. It's because of the techniques they've developed. And this is what Paintology has been designed to teach you, those art techniques. And so therefore the drawings that I do are very often mistaken by not having done digital. So this was the drawing I last did, and I can show you quite a few drawings I've done which can easily mistaken for done with traditional. Let me give you an example. Few example. Here is one. Look, you would think this was done with pencil or ink, but it was done on this phone, Note 10, and with a one brush, line brush. I don't use anything else, and I use a density setting. That's density setting is the most powerful thing. And the reason why you can draw like this is this. You can zoom in as this to your heart's content. And this makes the phone appear to be like a huge canvas, right? And that's why I can make photorealistic drawings. And I'll show you a few photorealistic drawings. Here is one I did of a zebra. You wouldn't think that was drawn on digitally, but it was done on my S6 tablet. Let me show you another one. This one I first did the eyes, yeah, very easy if you learn techniques. And then this one, the late Chadwick Boseman, it was done on my P30 phone, a very smaller phone than this, 5.8-inch screen, done with the pencil brush. See how effective one can make their drawings? And then there is this famous man you might know. What's his name? I forgot, escapes my mind. But anyway, a lot of examples here you can find, all done digitally. And most people will not know for 1 second it was done any digitally. They just don't know because I posted questions and they cannot tell you what medium they used to draw. All they know is fine piece of art. So, but I'm going to show you the secrets of digital drawing. The secrets, well, that's not secret, it's just techniques that other people don't adopt because they're far too busy finding tools to do this, brushes to do that, and they haven't really developed any art techniques. They've probably never been good at drawing when they were young. Majority are not actually. And then suddenly digital drawing throws them a bunch of tools in their way, and then they can start drawing an eye. Then they draw a face, and then sure enough, you got Pokemon or, animated characters and all that. But the problem with that is that you will ultimately become a slave to the tools, and you want to be a master of the tools. So let's go ahead and start the drawing. I think I've covered everything. So if you're on the home page, remember there's also a tutorial section where there's 600 tutorials that you can learn. Oh, sorry. Paint by numbers, pencil drawing, they've all been designed to offer you fun ways to draw. But more importantly, which other apps do not do, is that they try and teach you art techniques. The techniques of art, like pencil drawing is used with the shade brush. Trace drawing has something called block coloring, which I will show you. So draw canvas, trace image, and you can load any image of we picked the second one here, so we're going to pick the first one, this one. So it's the same cottage, but from a different angle. So now I can, I said to the class earlier that I may use a different approach, and I'm thinking, yes, but what approach can you use to do this? Well, I think, you know what, I think I'm going to do a line drawing to show you a line drawing, and this to show you that everything is within your means and you can do whatever you want. So line brush, 1.1 point, less than 1% of the line brush, and then a black color. That's all I have here, right? Black color. Let's go all the way black. Let's see. Probably a bit bigger. 1.2. Yeah, I think that's all right. So this is going to help you. This is called line drawing, and it's really going to help you with your strokes. So let's go ahead and put this anywhere on the trace bar so you can see it's actually a trace, powerful trace technique. I don't know why people still want to, use the trace method, old traditional way. But the thing is, they don't know that digital is far more capable than just a technical, acquiring technical mastery of tools. It allows you to draw just much like the traditional. You just need to know how. And that's what I'm going to show you here. So line drawing is simply going over the tonal range. Don't worry if it's not straight. I wouldn't worry about that. Just do it. Just because ultimately you will get better at it. Your drawing strokes will improve. You might think, wow, how does he do it? Come on, are you asking me that question? That's a strange question to ask when you know I've been drawing for 4 years. So that should tell you right away I need to get my feet off the ground and start practicing. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just picking out the tones. Look at that. Really helps you to focus and look at the tonal variations that's going to create these lines. Yeah, that's all it's doing. Look, even this straight line, just follow it like this, and you got rotation, ample rotation. Look, these are security lamps. Wow, this cottage is well protected. See how quickly I'm going. I'm not worried about making mistakes. And you shouldn't be too. You're just doing, you find that you get better. Even I have a tendency when I start, oh, this line wasn't quite what I had. Right? Okay, just do the. So if you like watching people draw, then perhaps you've come here for this purpose. But I think majority of you come here because you want to learn. And now you have a same platform to learn from. You don't have to look at traditional artists, get all the materials and find that he's mixing colors or using a different paper which you couldn't get hold of, and it affects the way the pigments go down on the paper. Digital, believe me, it's the same thing. Same, very different. It's like the same. If you have a phone and you're doing it this way, you cannot blame on the artist. You got the same tool, same method of drawing, and you can do the same thing. And if you're not doing it, it's because you haven't got enough practice in there. So there you are. Just follow these lines. This helps you to understand where the variations of the tones are. So you need to really, in the first part of your drawing exercise, is really to understand shapes and form and improve your drawing strokes. Right, see, I'm doing this really like, I could even add those tile-like quality, right? Why not? Right there. Okay, and then I'm just focusing on the features. If you make a mistake, you can always correct it. It's no big deal. Oops. Oh yeah, I need to do like that. We'll revisit this window a bit later, but right now let's do the basics of the. Try and get as much, even if you're scribbling, even if your line is so wobbly, who cares? Just do it. It'll improve in time. Do you think I just wave my hands up in the air and say I can't do anymore? Do you think that's why I'm here? Because that's how I was when I started. Oh God, this isn't right. That isn't right, you know? So there, you know, even the flower beds look just... And now this straight line. God, believe me, it helps you beautifully with your drawing stroke line. Such a powerful method. Right, let's have a look. Look how far we got. Beautiful, isn't it? You can do this all the time. You think you need a sketchbook. You got your phone. Don't need a sketchbook. You have your phone and your humble stylus. Let's do that shed now. I love those things, isn't it? It's lovely, isn't it? Don't forget to save in case something happens, you know. Not that I'm saying it happens frequently, just something might happen. All right, look at that. And then put these notches in there. Why not? It's entirely your own drawing. You can do whatever you want. Look how they maintain the hedge, isn't it lovely? I think they have to, because I'm sure a lot of people come try and photograph this beautiful cottage, right? Don't they? Could have picked another cottage, but I couldn't find anything, honestly. Okay, it's looking good. And now let's put this lovely ground path which forms the flower patch, isn't it? Lovely. There. Let's have a look. What is that? Beautiful, the way it's encompassed it. And now let's put in these shrubs, right? Pick the dark tones here, right? Don't go crazy, just pick the dark tones. Actually, you know who taught me line drawing? It was my 9-year-old daughter. She has a book called Sketchnote. She goes to bed with it sometimes. And she's learnt a lot. She's practiced it. She took me through a training session with that. And this is where I found out, just keep it simple. This is nothing too awkward. And if you want to put some dark areas, you can shade it like these trees, like those windows. I'm going to come back to it. I'm seeing tones. This really tunes you into the different tones that are available, and use drawing strokes to give the appearance of flowers, right? Although we can't give the appearance of colors, but and then have a look at it and see what it's like. Let's see if this looks all right. That's looking pretty neat, I think. So let's carry on. So the approach is good, it's working. And then here you are. So if something is working, you don't have to change. Go all the way along that. Look how quickly it makes. It's almost like a scribbly mark, but it's got all the intention of giving the appearance of what's out there. That's just the aim, just to show you. Right there. Alright, we've got to do these beautiful shingles, isn't it? So look. Let's rotate it to a comfortable angle here, and in fact, if you're shaking, this is probably a good thing when you're doing the lines. This is like you need to shake to get those wonderful. Maybe there's a shingle that's way off. And now what we're going to do is, yep, you got it. Let me just finish this. I'm not going to put too much on it. I'm going to look at the dark areas of the shingles. First try with a few of the dark, not overdo it, you know? Just with the dark areas, then see what happens. Yeah, if it seems to be working, then come back to it and do some more, right? All right, let's have a look. Nicely done, isn't it? So that's working well. And now let's see. Whoa, the big plantations at the back. Let's do that. Let's save our drawing. And if you can move the trace bar to see more of the image, just remember it goes all the way to the complete image, and then it dims all the way down to your canvas, yeah? So there's nothing difficult about that. So this is the trees, the wild trees. They're wild because you can't really trim these, can you? Just give the appearance. that they're trees, and then don't overdo it again. Right, just follow the shape like I'm doing now. Right. I'm not trying to capture detail here. Did we go anything on the other side? Yeah, a little bit of that. That's it. Look at that, isn't it? It's just so easy, isn't it? So now what we can do is we can save this, and then we can do some of these darker areas. Can you see these dark areas? We can do a few things. Instead of this making it big black, here, let me save, I think we saved this, yeah? Let's save, because I'm going to open this. As you know, I have a habit of opening my drawings because I'm working on a prototype app that's going to be released in a few weeks with enormous well, not tools, but you know, when I talk about tools, I'm talking about significant tools that will help you improve your drawing even more further than you thought possible. So here, we got that drawing. Now let's try and capture some of these right here, and then we could perhaps even draw shapes, because there would have been a tendency for us to just color that in, and we decided not to, right? Just giving the form of shape, and then if you want to add more substance, that gives it solidity, doesn't it? Now let's do the same thing on the window. See that window? Just cover it. Line strokes. That don't go beyond. Don't try and make it into a mark. Just go over it again. Right, let's see what that looks like. It's better now. You see, look, the windows have a bit of a solidity look to it. Right there. Not too much. And then something on the base here. Give it like solid substance, right? There, and then let's look at this one. Same thing. We can actually be even more clever and just do some pattern designs that's going on here. And then remember this crisscross. I love that crisscross. Okay, why not? We don't know. We can do the same. There. Do we have the crisscross there? I don't think I want the crisscross there, but let's do the same here. Then a crisscross, giving the appearance visual attractiveness. Then we got some dark, and then we can always put some dark around the left side to give it solid there, and then a line across it here. Let's see what that looks like. It's looking good, isn't it? So okay, next thing, let's do the same thing. Try and remain consistent. Yeah, if possible, stay consistent. Don't try and do something different to another window. It's not going to work. Stay consistently same. Okay, this one as well. Can follow some more of the lines. And then we have a big rim here. Then we've got some of the plant. They really looked after this, haven't they? This lovely cottage. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Can't wait for my daughter to come back from school and give me some feedback on this. You'd be surprised. I mean, she's obviously well known for her art skills. All right, look at that. And then let's put some on that chimney stack. Some substance on that chimney stack. All right, and that. Lovely, lovely. Let's have a look. Hello, go away. Okay. Yeah, look at that. So this is what we have. And now we're gonna do something on the thatched tree. Now everything's got details, looking great. Oh, there is that bit here. Can you see? Let's add something of our own there. Like we've got that feature covered, right? Now let's add some thatchery works on that. But before we do that, let's add a few of these man-made lines that gives it some character. Okay, that's it. It's giving it some character, and put a bit more of another line there. Yeah. And now, do you remember we were going to do the thatching, right? Let's do the thatching of this. To do that, let's start off by doing this first. I don't want to color it all the way. See these dark tones? I want to try and follow these tones. I think my daughter's going to say, yeah, you're getting the hang of this. I'll give you 3 out of 10 now. Okay, oops. So there. So look. It's looking good, isn't it? And then we can go down. Right, just want to see what that looks like there, without overpowering it. Okay, and let's put some thatched, and then let's put some color darkness in there. Okay, that's all. That's all it takes. And then this one can put some marks here. There. Then here, let's see. Good. I think that looks pretty good now, and I think we did quite well. Now, why don't we take this further and just put some color over it, right? Let's see what happens when we put some color. This is what we're going to do. We're going to pick some colors and take the density down, right? Like 40%. Let's say, yeah, 40%. And then let's pick some colors, see what happens. Let's pick that beautiful color. Let's take the scale. You know what? I think, yeah, that's fine. And then let's pick the color again, in case it hasn't changed. Gives it shape, doesn't it? You know what? That's what happens. Gives it shape. Then we have, yeah. And now we can pick this. Let's see what happens if we pick a dark color here. It's going to be really dark, isn't it? But it's, take that down. It's like a watercolor, isn't it? That's it. And then this color of the thatched right here. So we're going to first take a bigger brush, kept it at 40%, about 18%, and then just go over here, right, and then we're going to pick this color. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before, so bear with me. It's like a watercolor effect, right there, right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to remember use. I'm trying to go fast. And then trying to keep some. Picked a low density color because the reason is that I don't want the lines to be masked. Okay, the lines that we did spend so much time doing. Right. All right, let's see this color again. This lovely yellow. So we've got a darker yellow there, which is nice. There. It's almost like watercolor, isn't it? It's like drawing with watercolors. And then we can go here. What color is that? There. So it's looking good, isn't it? And then we can do the rim of that sort of a silvery, but I want to probably make it a bit darker, I think. Let's have a look. Will it make sense if I make it darker a little bit? Then we can use this. See, this is where you can get creative. Take it down to have more control over the brush. I think that looks good. And then take it up to do this bit here. And then pick that color picker to finish this bit here. Up here, we're done, yeah? And then what we can do is we can pick this color here and then increase the intensity in two ways. One is take the density above, so we have a darker color, right? And if that intensity is like this, so give the impression that, you know, so that's not dark enough. So I'm going to go darker. There. There. Right. So now we have this lovely red. Look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? So we can take the density again to where we were before, and then because we don't want it too dense, and pick these lovely red color. Did I pick the red color? Let's see this lovely red color. Yes. And then pick. You can pick something bigger. Right? Don't worry about picking every slate. Right? So now we have this color. Now we can play with it and say, well, you know, I think I want it dark, a little bit dark there. Okay. and then a bit dark here, and then probably have a bit darker here for the rim, which is the rim here. There, and then rim here. There. Gives it a little bit of 3D quality to it, right? Now we can do some of the shrubs. Let's do the shrubs here. Now this color, let's see what that comes up again. Then maybe I think, should I take it down? No. Let's try what happens here. Right, just, it's not quite green, is it? I don't particularly like that color. So I'm going to take it out. Actually, undo. Undo, go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. So I'm going to go to the green, primary green, and play with that, yeah? I'm going to save it, I'm afraid. Let's save it. Okay, so we go to the green, darker green. God, don't tell me something's happened. No, it's fine. Don't worry, averted. Let's take a look at these, what these are doing. Green. Then maybe it turns a light green. All of it is under your control. And then we can check to see, and then pick the previous color again. Right, okay. And then see what the colors are. There's a darker color. Maybe I want to go a bit that way. Right, and then, ooh, lovely orange, isn't it? Look at that, not quite orange, but still, that's a lovely color. Look at that color. That color is in the red, deep red. So let me go down a bit because the brush is getting a bit too big. And let's see if we're going to use that color even more light. That looks like the thatched roof, isn't it? Then what do we got here? We got sort of a yellow going on here. Let's see if we can pull this off by introducing yellow. Yes. And then we got that palette, the red color we picked. Let's pick a dark one. Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? And then we can pick a green to finish off this, isn't it? And then what do we have? We got some green here. Well, no, that's not too, oops. It's creeping up over the chimney. Okay, let's go for the brown here. That's why you need to zoom in, I'm afraid. Again, I did that. I can't see it. Can't seem to get rid of that dot. Just keeps coming in. Okay, so I think that's all right, isn't it? Now let's do let's pick some of the green and take some of that away. Pick some of the colors adjacent. Take some of the white. We've got a smaller, nice, small white brush. But we can now decide how much flowers and beautiful colors we want to add. It's entirely under our control. Got the green. Can we use any of the palette colors? Oh, I think we can use that lovely green here. Okay. And then is it dark? Yeah, it's sort of dark. And then use a darker green. And just go round circular strokes. Right, you can do whatever you want. It's probably this is an exercise in creativity, isn't it? See that thing brush? I want to feel that that bush is not taking this over, yeah? That's it. Oh, it's a lovely red. Do we have a red here? We don't, but let's pick that. Pick that and then get some lovely, luscious red, because I would think that the owners are going to be bringing out the spring colors. Beautiful. And then let's go a little bit touch there. It's lovely red flowers. Right? Oh, it's too small. And then let's put some yellow in there. Right next to it. Of course, you can't forget green, right? Green has to be there, right? Always immersed in this somehow. And let's see what the original looks like. I can see the original, but I think we can do a better job than the colors, because these colors are entirely up to the way we want it. Add some pink. What do you say we add some pink? Yes. It's got lovely tulips or something. Tulips pink, I'm not sure. Then some, yeah, what is some blue? Right, yes. Blue, why not? What do we got on that side? More green. See, I'm switching to, and then pink. Let's put a bit of bushes here. That sort of olive color. Just mixing up the colors. Doesn't look like it's a splotchy one. Unified colors, right? Yes, that's looking good. And then some brown here. And then some brown that goes all the way. That's actually, I picked up white. So it goes all the way along there. Yep, and then did we miss anything out? And pick some of that dark. It's like a hedge. Yeah, why not? And then let's pick that dark green. Just go along the line of the, giving the house more distinct, like it's not part of the plantation. Right, yes. All right, don't know if that worked really. I don't think it did, but never mind. Can always change it up, picking colors. See how that is. It's amazing how you can do with, and here. So remember, we changed the density on this. All right, and then let's have some green, the dark green that just goes here. Right. All right, and then we can lighten it with a lovely white green, light green. Just touch it up. So it looks think that's all right, isn't it? So look at that green. All right, so now I don't know what I was doing. Honestly, I can't tell you why I was going in this direction. Oh, there's a dark here. Can't be that. Could it be a brown, perhaps? See that lovely green that just runs across there. It's like a watercolor, isn't it? And then what do we have? Oh, we got that beautiful brown. We could just add that, isn't it, and a bit of clouds and finish there, right? Why not? So let's pick the color. This. Should we make that color? I think it is. I think it's a nice color. Just go in one sweep and then another sweep and then a final sweep. There. And then let's reduce this brush. So just a little darker towards where the perimeter is. Oops. There. It was behaving a little weird. So yeah, so now I can take that down and just go along the other. Just to diffuse it, okay? Then I can say there. That looks looking good, isn't it? And then, how about a blue sky? Let's pick that. Blue sky. What color should the sky be? This one? Nope. Let's pick a larger brush. I think that looks alright, isn't it? That's alright. Then we can always change it up. Well, looking like a sky. Does somewhat, doesn't it? Wow, we just created a sky just like that. Well, I think we've done a good job. And here where I need to change that brown. Look at this brown. I feel like I need to do a few of the darker brown. I don't know what's going on here, but I just feel it needs a little bit darkness. All right, so I think we'll call it a day, isn't it? What do you think? I think it needs a little black, actually, rather than brown. There, I don't think I want to touch any more of it in case I just make a complete mess. But we can call it a day, and so we're done, right? It's the shortest drawing I've done yet, I think. Paintology. It's not. The letter takes up all the space. But anyway, so there you have it. Let's say this. Cottage 2. and then we're finished. So I hope you can do one of your own or any kind of drawing. Just load in any picture or any reference and just have fun with it. That's all. Just have lots of fun, just like we did here. And hopefully, I've shown you something different to the normal style of drawing, line drawing followed by type of a watercolor type drawing. Going over it with watercolor. You can do lots. I mean, it's just the beginning. I don't normally typically draw this way, but I just want to show you the power of the digital medium if you choose to go and use freehand methods. So much more fun, I think. So hope you enjoyed it. And then until we meet again tomorrow, let me know if you have any interesting subjects to draw, and we can go ahead and I can look into it and see if we can draw something and then show you the techniques behind the drawing. So see you soon, and until then, bye.